Hello friend, Crudless here. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play World of Warcraft Legion. We're back here in Azsuna, and I ventured up from Azurving Repose, where we left off in the last episode, up north here to this area, to the east of Chaliane's Terrace. We're not going over there though. And I met this guy, Sellerman Vudani. Stranger, can you help me? None of these fools will believe me. Oh, he's gone now. I guess he's coming back when we kind of go over this, but that was interesting. Discover something new. Stranger, can you help me? None of these fools will believe me.
Hello.
Please, outsider, help me. He's a regular night elf. My recipe for night rose wine was to be the toast of Queen Azsuna herself. But before I could make it, the vile winters took it from me and locked me away. Please recover my recipe, so that I might bring it to Lady Chaliane, and earn the Queen's favor.
May the stars
Queen's favor? But he's a ghost. How can you earn the Queen's favor? I thought this quest would be a nice introduction to what we are going to be seeing in this episode, as this guy is a ghost night elf. Still wandering this world. He's cursed. And he was talking about gaining Azshara's favor. Now, if you don't have any familiarity with Azshara, you might know of the zone right here to the north of Orgrimmar. It's called Azshara. Lady Azshara was a night elf. She was the leader of the Highborn. Be gone from this place! Our works are not for the lowly likes of you. And she was a Highborn, the upper class of the night elven caste system. And you can see these guys are remnants of that higher caste. These here. And she keeps talking about the lowborn, the lowly likes of you. And we heard about that in the last episode as well, with the guy that turned Nightfallen because he consumed too much magic, or at least the guy that kind of controlled all those. At the ley line. And Azshara was the leader, the queen of all the night elves, and she was the leader of the Highborn. And during the first invasion of the Burning Legion during the War of the Ancients, she was promised to be the bride of Sargeras himself, kind of. Well, it's hinted towards that she's able to be that. And she eventually doomed the Night Elven people by making a deal with Sargeras. The Highborn made a deal with Sargeras, and the Lowborn kind of rose up against them with the aid of the Druid Malfurion, Stormrage, and Illidan later on as well. Now, back then was a time where everyone was wielding magic amongst the Highborn. Magic was like the main thing for the Night Elves, and they got all their magical powers from the Well of Eternity. And what happened was that the Azshara and her crew, mainly being Azshara and let's see here, Lady Vashj. She also had, of course, a dude we now know as a satyr. Let's see, check here. We can go to raids. You can see some info about Xavius. Once a powerful mage and a counselor to Queen Azshara, Xavius forged a pact with Sargeras to enable the Legion's first invasion of Azeroth. So, yeah. And they kind of used the Well of Eternity, the source of all the magic, to summon Sargeras into the world. Luckily, with the aid of Illidan, Malfurion, and all of those good fellas, we managed, or the Night Elves managed to stop that from happening. And after that, the Night Elves kind of got this bad vibe from dealing with magic. And they kind of forbade it for a while. And some of the Night Elves didn't want that, so they kind of left, and they established a life in the Eastern Kingdoms. Because what happened was when they kind of hindered Sargeras from coming out of the Well of Eternity, the world sundered into pieces like we see them now. So you can see the Broken Isles. The Broken Isles are kind of in the middle, so they're kind of close to where the Well of Eternity used to be, which is nice. And the rest of it is underwater, unfortunately, or destroyed. And the rest of the elves, they kind of went up here and settled here, became the High Elves, as they're called. They continue to use magic. They're not the Highborn, they are the High Elves, okay? And they started to use magics. They're Thalassians from Quel'Thalas. And yeah, they continue to use the magic by getting magic from the Sunwell up here on the Isle of Quel'Danas. That's Quel'Danas right there. While the Night Elves kind of went into dealing with druidism and holy magic tied to the priestess or the priestesses that dealt with Elune, kind of like some presume Elune to be a mother of the Naru. Others think she is a Naru. She is like the force of light for the elves. And Azsuna, she was consumed by the Sundering, and she was turned into a Naga by presumably the magic inside the well.
You remember the queen.
Oh yes, you remember Azsuna. Others presume it to be that they turn into Naga because of the fact that there are old gods underneath the ocean, Enzoth more specifically. Or Enzoth, however you want to pronounce it, and that he is kind of inserting or exerting influence over her, and that turned them into these serpentine creatures, very similar to the fact that the old gods used the curse of flesh to turn rocks into humans and Valkyr and gnomes and dwarves and stuff like that. Anyway, we've done with this quest, enough rambling. We are going to deal with a lot of these elves, these cursed elves that remain here because they are tied to the pillar of creation in this area. Now you gotta remember that the elves, they can live for thousands of years. The original elves could at least. Now the elves who kind of abandoned their immortality, well, not immortality, technically they can be killed, so they're not invincible, but they are immortal, they cannot die of old age. So that's the definition there, I believe. Let's talk to, they can die of old age now, I believe, but they get very old still.
What brings you here?
Have you found the pieces of the recipe? Yes, I have. Thank you, outsider. Thank you very much. You have done more for me than my own people ever have. Lady Chaliane would never take the word of a lowly cellarman over her vinters. Now I can use this recipe to learn her favor, and then the favor of our beloved queen, Azsuna.
Alone light your path.
Oh, we get an epic upgrade. This happens sometimes. If you're lucky, items can get an item level higher than what you would expect them to be, so this is a really nice feature. If you're lucky though. I think it's kind of tied to randomness a bit much, but anyway, here we have Lady Chaliane. I should be focused on readying the casks for the queen. Why do I feel so unsettled?
Farewell.
I am listening.
They do sell lots of interesting wine here and lots of some brie and cheese. So they sell wine and cheese. Commissioned by the Ferrandis family, this Chaliane special runs in a complex and intellectually satisfying red wine. Intriguing. I'll see you guys down here as we continue on to the quest Those Who Remember. On the way down here, we've discovered these two guys, and they lead us towards some other quests in this chain. We are going to be dealing with this area in the middle here. But first, let's pick up these quests as they are kind of breadcrumby. They will lead us into other areas of the zone. Up here, like Fellblaze Ingress, down here as well. There are some quests there dealing with the Legion. We're picking those up and then we'll be doing them later on.
Azeroth must not
It is my mission to cover the rear guard of the Illidari stand. I've employed this warlock thing to assist me. However, the two of us are insufficient for a task that needs doing. To the east is a mass of demons at Fellblaze Ingress. These creatures have begun to open portals to summon in countless reinforcements. Meet us at Fellblaze Ingress, and together we can crush this fell insurgency.
Remember, nothing is more important than the Legion's destruction.
Daglop. If you see him, tell him to check in. Normally I would just resummon him, but I'm worried blind Marius here will kill him as first and ask questions later. No vision, that one. That's pretty funny. We're almost down here though. As you can see, we are on our left side. We have the amazing area of Nar Thalas. And we have the Drowned Gardens right here. Man, this area is beautiful.
Who goes there?
Oh,
Keep your hands and weapons where I can see them.
a ghost. Hello,
I am listening.
Night Watcher Idri.
Ishnu Allah.
Who goes there? Are you an emissary from that bizarre floating city?
May the stars guide
You're
you.
looking for Prince Ferundis. Ferundis. The ghostly elf narrows her eyes warily. I can take you to Ferundis. But first, things first. These Naga attacked suddenly. They take orders from the one called Zarin in the low hills to the west. Help me take Zarin's head, and you'll have my ear.
Ashafela.
Slay him and the Naga he commands. That's an easy mission. We could probably deal with that. There are some rare spawns up here. For example, here we have Valaika, the Stormbringer or something like that. There are also tons of these huge sea slargs. These are working for Azura's army of Naga. They are here with some purpose. If you remember the description of Azura, this was kind of like the place where the Highborn studied magic. This was one of the academies where they kind of delved into the magical arts. And Naga has deployed all these guys here. These sea giants were actually created by the Titans, I believe, to shape the waters. And they've been kind of tamed and not enslaved, but they have been recruited by Lady Azura, the queen. And these Naga here are pretty brutal. They look amazing, these new models. They are dangerous. So cool. I enjoy these ones. But yeah, they are trying to assault this here, as we saw when we first arrived a couple episodes ago, when we arrived in Azsuna. We saw all these hordes of Naga slithering their way through the area towards the Narthalas. And they might be looking for the same thing we are looking for, the Pillar of Creation, because it holds lots of power. Now we need to kill one more of these guys, and then we need to find this Fathom Commander Zarin. Probably going to be able to do that. Let's deal with these guys first. We did ding 101 in the last episode. We don't have any new talents yet. We will get that in one level. We'll be able to choose between a couple of these new moves. We'll check those out when we gain the level. For now, our mission is to find the Fathom Lord. As you can see, he's all the way over here, so we gotta make our way there. Quick tip that I want to recommend for you guys: if you have a water walking mount, I actually recommend that you put this on. I have one here. I think we should actually be using that one, but I'll fix that later on. Let's deal with this guy. Ooh.
I like your bravery, little one. I'll enjoy cutting you in front of my entire battalion.
That's a good thing. As you can see here, he commanded them to search high and low, turn the ruins to rubble. Sorry. So it's clear that he wants to find something. This model here is disgusting, by the way. I find it.
My lady Athissa, I have failed you.
Alright, let's make our way back to... What was your name? Ilya? Lidania? Anyway, we're gonna make our way back there. Idri, of course it is. The Night Watcher looks at you expectantly. Idri stares at the ugly head. Yep, it's him. Oh, we got some new armor. Let's pick the waist. It's good to know. I'm glad to see that my doubts in you were unfounded. You seek Prince Ferundis? Follow me. I'll show you to the Prince's Hall.
Good luck, friend. I will escort you to Prince Ferundis if that is what you truly wish. If you get the chance, spit on him for me.
A stranger approaches.
A stranger? Hopefully he's an assassin to finally do away with the prince. I wish. So it seems like these guys don't care much for this Prince Ferundis. He is right here. That's him behind me.
Be careful.
Alright, let's have a chat with Ferundis then.
We are cursed to spend eternity as ghosts. May the power of the arcane be with you. I failed my people. Azsuna was once beautiful. 10,000 years ago. Yes?
You seek the Tidestone of Golganath. Yes, I know where it lies. It is in place. It is in a place to which I prefer not to return. You may be of use to me. In the midst of this Naga attack, those horrid fishmen flopped their way into my land, and we raided our graveyards. They steal the bones of our ancestors, and indeed, the very bones of my people. Help me bring some solace to my people. Then I shall tell you more about the Tidestone.
Until we meet again.
My people may not care much for me, but that will not stop me from caring for them.
It is through you that I will have redemption.
What brings you here?
As you must know, I'm a connoisseur of drinks, specifically arcane-infused spirits. Cocktail mixing is alchemy, and as everyone knows, alchemy is magic. My latest drink must be more exotic than anything I've conjured before. I already have most of what I need, but there are a couple of items left on the list. Notice the herons down in the lagoon. As with many of the creatures in Azsuna, the magic coursing through the island permeates them. Their eggs will do nicely.
May the stars guide you.
Those eggs will provide the perfect balance of texture and arcane power my cocktail needs.
This guy, he has a huge glass and a bottle. Nice to know. You can clearly see what these guys, they're kind of decadent. They're really highborn. They're not used to dealing with regular issues, and yet they blame Ferondis for something. We'll find out what he has done. The eggs will provide the oomph to my drink's character, but there is another element, and this must not be underestimated. Presentation. Now, you could go with your standard olive skewered on a toothpick, maybe a carrot stalk stuck slapdash out of a glass, but then you wouldn't be me. No, my friend, that my drink needs to sell it visually comes from a one-of-a-kind creature. I'm only going to serve it once, and so my drink deserves something unique. The eyes of Gangamesh are what I need.
Farewell.
So you see here, Magister Garuhod wants all 6 of this beast's eyes to drop off his latest, greatest cocktail. Ugh. I'm concerned for Elder Aldrith. He went out for a walk about 10,000 years ago, and he has not returned. With these Naga attacking, I fear he may be in danger. If you dare venture out into the fray, do look out for our court elder. Going for a walk? Ha! He probably out visiting that little common girl he fancies so much. Oh my.
Greetings.
As you can see here, this is the reputation vendor. Can eventually buy some nice stuff here, and we will progress through that rep pretty soon. Let's use some of these items on our artifact though. We also want to go back and check out more of the Demon Hunter's store. Oh, this one we can equip actually. Can we equip it here? Yes, we can. Increasing our item level by a bit as well. Let's try to sort our inventory. And it would be good to go. Alrighty, so we're heading down here to the beach. That's where the Naga are currently, as we look upon the shattered city of Narthalos, or the Academy Narthalos. And here we have some of these Murlocs, of course, being kind of like the slaves for the Naga. You can actually play as the Naga during the campaigns in Warcraft 3 Frozen Throne. Oh! Bottled up. You found a message in a bottle on the corpse. It's a request for aid from someone named Ukuna Longtusk. Ukuna claims that he and his fellow shipmates are being held prisoner by sea giants. Maybe if you show the note to the ghost of Lady Iris at the Crumble Palace, she can point you in the right direction. Hopefully that's a good idea. Sea giants. Huh. Intriguing. Man, this area is a lot easier with a Death Knight. Oh my god, I had struggled so much with playing through this part with my my mage. You can't even imagine. But as you can see, these small Murlocs drop the bones, and then the Naga can just kill those Naga for other stuff. And there we go, that's one of the quests done. We need to get the Eyes of Gangamesh. That was the serpent, the Hydra. There's also a rare spawn up there. You can fight Murgle Gurgle, the Tide Reaver. Dangerous there, Murloc with a fierce name. Of course, the naming conventions for the Murlocs are really great. Now, as you guys can see, I've changed my mount into an Azure Water Strider. You can get this from getting a rep with the Anglers in Pandaria. You can also get from the Garrison in Warlords of Draenor, fishing with Nat Pagel. I think this one is very useful in areas like this where you can just walk on the water. Makes things considerably easier. You also have a turtle mount that makes swimming quicker, but I'm not going to use that because it's not that much of a speed increase. You can dash like this underwater as well, which is very useful. Here we have Elder Aldrith. We rescue him. He's been gone for 10,000 years. Must have been stuck down here for a while. Thank you, stranger. I don't know what happened. I heard a loud crushing noise and then I found myself stuck beneath his beam. Since then, I've been just waiting. Now, where did that lovely girl run off to? These highborn. First world highborn problems. Alright, yeah, not sure what a better way to say that, but anyway. Oh no, they killed Gangamesh. And now he's back. Okay, let's take him down. Whoa! Gangamesh. He is a level 100 beast. As you remember, the scaling for these areas are, they are in fact tuned towards your level, but they don't scale with your item level. The artifact quests, they do scale with the item level, so if you have a low item level, like we currently have, the artifact quest will be easier for you, but these areas will stay the same regardless of how much item level you have, so if you go to another zone first and get lots of good gear, come here, this area will be easier. And there we go, that's the eyes. We also have Okuna's message from the guy for the Trapped by the Sea Giants. Not going to be touching that yet. We'll be doing this first. You can also see that we need to cut this arcane infused eggs. Hang on. I'll get those. They're spread across the floor here, and they're fairly easy to find. I tend to forget picking these up, but they're fairly easy to see. As you can see, they're huge green eggs, arcane infused, in fact. I wonder what hatched from these, but he's going to use them in his mixology, making drinks for the wicked. Oh, there are eggs for those guys. He's chasing me. No, get out of here. I'm getting flown away. And there we go. Gotta get rid of this last heron, and then we'll get the eggs back to the mixologist. I'll see you guys back up there at the ruins. And we are back. Let's talk to Horde. Hello. Are we speaking again because you have the eggs? Capital! A prodigious start. I implore you to create this marvelous mixture for yourself. I want to share the delight of alchemical spirits with the real world. Sorry. You'll need to get more eggs for yourself, though. Get a recipe for some nice brew.
Good luck, friend.
Yes, you have the eyes? Oh?
Go in peace.
Excuse me. Hello.
Looking to buy?
Greetings, I am called Nomi. I couldn't help but notice that recipe that you just picked up, and, well, you would never guess it, but I am actually quite a bit of a chef myself. Unfortunately, I'm not much of a fighter, and this place is dangerous. You, on the other hand, are clearly an accomplished demon hunter. Come and find me in Dalaran. Perhaps we can make work together.
Next one is on me.
Come find me in Dalaran. We can share recipes. Okay.
Peace be with you.
So you get that because you get the first recipe here for cooking. Let's learn. Oh, let's not learn that. Let's save it for later. Yes, you have the eyes. I was going to present this to one of the ladies in the court. Doing so might increase my standings in certain social circles. But I just can't bring myself to it. Who better to drink my latest masterpiece than, well, me?
Delnadris.
Now for the finishing touches. Bottoms up. Uh-oh. Garuhard! He exploded. I'm free. What happened there? Okay.
I am listening.
These Naga invaded Azsuna only recently. They've been trying to free Prince Ferondis. No doubt, like you, they and Queen Najara are after the Tidestone of Golganeth. The prince knows where it is. I can't tell you how relieved I am that Elder Aldrith has returned. Honestly, life here in the palace hasn't been the same without him. Everything seems to have lost its color. Perhaps now we can get back to our normal lives.
Be careful.
Aldrith, you weren't out consorting with a servant girl, were you? What? No, of course not. I was visiting a different girl. That's a good one.
What brings you here?
You say you found him this message in a bottle. How quaint. Yes, I can point you in the right direction. But are you sure you want to take on the sea giant prince and his scrogs? Just to free a bunch of unwashed sailors? The giants at Shipwreck Arena are very fond of smashing ships that sail too close to shore. They take the sailors prisoners and use them for their own amusement. I suppose it would be easy for you to infiltrate that place. It's breaking out that would be the difficult part.
Good luck, friend.
You'll find the giants to the southeast. There are a few ways into the arena, or the area. The arena, that's good. Okay, the arena. Down here to the south.
I should never have opposed Queen Ishara.
Getting some interesting lore here. My people may not care much for me, but that will not stop me from caring for them. Our bones are all we have left of an existence we left behind a long time ago. The prince stares intently into your eyes. Stay with me, Demon Hunter. I'll help you find your Tidestone. Let's pick either the legs and the chest. Let's go with the legs.
Don't blindly trust in anyone, especially your leaders.
Your quest for the Tidestone. It intrigues me. More than that, it suits my needs quite well. I have been in need of a champion for a very, very long time. It is decided then. I shall join you. We will have to head east through Narthalas. Shall we depart?
May the power of the arcane be with you.
You must excuse my attendance. Their brusqueness is not directed at you. It is towards me.
It is through you that I will have redemption. I am taking my leave, Night Watchers. Though I doubt you will miss me. Stay close. Do not leave my side. How long has this road been flooded? I must have the groundskeepers attend to it.
You have some nerve showing your face around here.
Where are you? I'm sorry. Look out!
Coward.
You did this to us, Ferondus.
I only did what I thought was right. Watch out! Thaldris, my trusted captain.
Hold right there. We will not let you into Narthalas again. Not after what happened last time.
I beg your forgiveness, Thaldris.
You sundered the land we called home. You denied us the release of death. 10,000 years of damnation for 10,000 elves. All because of your foolish alliances and botched politics.
What can I do to make amends?
I doubt there is anything you can do now, Prince.
So that's the story here. Ferondus' plotting and schemes eventually cursed these damned elves into living without the release of death. So they're kind of stuck in this place between life and death. And Ferondus, yeah, we'll see more to why he did what he did and what he actually did before this. He actually accuses him of you sundered the land we called home, which is interesting. We talked about at the beginning of the episode. We talked about the sundering, of course, of the world. So clearly, Prince Ferondus was one of the rulers back then when Ashara destroyed or convening with the Burning Legion.
Yes.
Perhaps this was a mistake. They have not forgiven me. I cannot blame them. Past crimes aside, I am still their prince. Even in death, I will do what I can to protect my people. Octarian, act as my champion. Find and defeat the creature that leads this Naga attack against the people of Narthalas. After all these years, you, a night elf demon hunter of all things, may be the instrument of my redemption.
Don't blindly trust in anyone, especially your leaders.
And that is the moral of the day. We're going to end the episode off here, and the next one we will continue into Narthalas down here, and we are going to kill this leader of the Naga. And hopefully we'll find the Pillar of Creation. If you guys enjoyed this episode, if you did, make sure to click the like button down below. I appreciate it a lot. Just say anything in the comment section. Just say hi or, yo, what's up? I love your messages. See you guys next time, and take care until then.